Chelsea! So, I recently realized that it's almost that time of the week again. How did time fly by so quickly? I have no idea. Well, might have been just because I was super busy. But anyway, I did take the time to make you a special little video. I'm not entirely sure how interesting you'll find this, but I found it interesting. Recently, I've been really sort of sore. And I was like trying to figure out why. I'm like, man, I'm getting so old. Like my back was just killing me. And I recently figured it out. It's because of the stupid desks they have here at school. They're all those desks and they like fold out and they're for your right hand. Well, as you may know, I'm left-handed. So taking notes requires that I scrunch over and sit to the side and like throw my arm over. And not only are they just for right-handed people, they're so friggin' small. They're probably only about this big. No joke, not lying. So if you're right-handed, you just be like, oh yeah, okay, it's fine. But for me, I'm like, oh god, I need to turn my paper over and I'm crunched in the corner and oh, it doesn't work. Well, anyway, this just got me thinking about left-handed people. So I thought I'd share with you some interesting facts that I found. We're not quite too sure what causes left-handedness, but recently researchers have come across a gene called the LRRTM1 gene. When people have it, it increases the odds of them being left-handed. Now, there's no scientific research that really supports this, but I thought it was just sort of interesting. Unfortunately, there's a lot of stigmas with being left-handed for some reason, because even in English, you have the right hand, which is also considered to be correct, or right, you know. Left hand, though, is often considered bad. Left, Latin sinistral, but that's also where we get our word sinister from. Wonder what that means. For right hand, right, dexterous, that's also where we get words like dexterity and ambidextrous, which means that we can use both hands, but still that sort of suggests that we have a tendency to use our right hand. I don't know what's up with that, because most left-handed people are actually ambidextrous to some extent. Also, I thought this was an interesting fact. You can be ambidextrous, meaning you can use both hands, but you can also be ambisinistrous, which means that you're clumsy on both sides. I think that might actually be me. There's so many biases against left-handed people. For example, most knives are cut so that the blades can only be used effectively by right-handed people. Or computer mice are also used for right-handed people. Sometimes a trackball is solely for the right hand, which is interesting because I think I've adapted to use my right hand on the computer. But it would have been nice if I had been given the option of using my left hand when I was younger. Scissors are also another big thing. Left-handed people have to use these, and it's actually sort of confusing because I, for example, will use scissors differently than you will. The blade follows a different side for me since I'm left-handed. Left-handedness is actually pretty uncommon. 7 to 10% of the adult population is left-handed. However, that doesn't mean that we're not out there. Famous left-handed people. A lot of our presidents are left-handed. For example, right now, Barack Obama is left-handed. Bill Clinton, and before him, George H.W. Bush. But not only that, Garfield, Hoover, Truman, and Ford, and Reagan were all left-handed also. Some more prominent historical figures like Joan of Arc, Alexander the Great. Julius Caesar was also rumored to be left-handed. We also have Jack the Ripper, Lewis Carroll, and H.G. Wells. I mean, these men were geniuses. There's also some really cool left-handed actors like Dan Aykroyd, Tim Allen, Robert Blake, Carol Burnett, pretty famously Charlie Chaplin, Robert De Niro, Tom Cruise, Cary Grant, Cloris Leachman, one of my personal favorites. Kermit the Frog is left-handed. How could you not love that? Anything sounding familiar to you? So see all those great people that are left-handed? It turns out that left-handed people as a group have often produced higher achieving individuals. In a recent study done in 2006, it was found that right-handed men who went to college were 15% poorer than left-handed men, and of those who graduated, 26% poorer. What's up with that, huh? Not only that, but it also applies to women. You'd think that with all these recent movements for, you know, like discrimination and sexism and things like that, that they'd have something for left-handed people. Left-handed people need a movement. So anyway, I thought I'd just inject a little left-handed love into this video. I'm sure you, being right-handed, don't appreciate it as much as I do, but I found all these facts pretty interesting. So anyway, I hope to see you soon. I can't excuse the fact that you haven't posted a video for 2 weeks. I don't care that you went to Fanime and you're making a bunch of videos this week. You have to make it up somehow, and I suggest that you do a punishment. I don't have time to think of punishment right now, but be awaiting yours. It'll be coming in the next video.